to work on coins. All right, so there's 4 different kinds of coins. There is a penny, which is 1 cent, a nickel, which is 5, a dime, which is 10, and a quarter, which is 25. So all of these coins are we call cents. So it'd be 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, and 25 cents. Now, when we add up coins, we can either use the physical coins in our hand, or we can draw them out like this. But whenever we count their values, we've got to use a couple of different strategies. So we use something called hairy money. Hairy money is where each line on a coin is going to represent 5, the number 5. So we're going to count nickels, dimes, and quarters by 20, or by 5s, not 25s, by 5s. Okay, and you'll see that in a second. Now, pennies are a little different. We don't count by 5s, we count by 1s. So let me show you. To count pennies, we use a dot, and this dot means 1. To count nickels, we would use what we call a hair. So we just draw a little line on top, and we would call 1 hair 5. So 1 hair is 5, which represents the value of the coin. Now a dime, because it's 10, would get 2 hairs. So it would be 5, 10, because we're going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 10 is the value of the coin. Now for quarters, they have lots of hair. They have 5 hairs. So it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 with the hairs, 25 with the value of. Now, when we count a mixed value of coins, like the ones I have on my board, a nickel, it's 5 cents, 2 dimes, both are worth 10 cents, and 1 quarter, which is worth 25, the best thing to do is to use our hairy money strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and do my hairs. So I know a nickel's 5, so that means it would get 1 hair. Now, typically I would have you write out the numbers at the top, but right now we're just going to focus on hairs because I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, so 1 hair for the nickel, 2 hairs for the dime, 5, 10, 2 hairs for this dime, 5, 10, and then 5 hairs for this quarter, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Remember, hairs represent 5s, so we're going to count by 5s. Now, here's a trick. I always like to start with the biggest value first, because for me, it's easier to add the smaller values to the bigger value versus adding all the smaller ones and then adding the big one. So let me show you. So here we go. I'm going to start with the quarter because it's the biggest value. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I like to write out the values when I add them all together so I don't forget in case I get stuck somewhere. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now I'm going to add these ones. Still counting by 5s, I'm going to count on from 25. So 25, 30, 35. See, it's already so much easier because I'm counting by 5s. Okay, so we're going to count on to add this dime. So 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Because remember, the hairs are counted by 5s. So 45, and I need to add one more 5, which is going to be 50. Now, I think this strategy is the easiest. You could also go 5 plus 5 plus 5, but you're more likely to make a mistake, so that's not always the best option. My nickel, 2 dimes, and a quarter equal 50 cents. Now we're going to do another mixed value practice. Remember, the first thing we need to do is go through and add our hairs. However, This problem has a penny. Pennies don't have hairs. They have dots from which we count by 1. So I'm going to go ahead and go through. A penny is worth 1. A nickel gets 1 hair, which is 5. A dime gets 2, so 5 10. 5 10. And then my quarter, oopsie, my quarter gets 5 hairs. Now to count this, I'm going to start from the same direction I did the other problem. I'm going to go from biggest to smallest because I think it's easier. However, if you think of a different strategy you want to use, you are more than welcome to do that one. So here we go. 5, because my hairs are 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, counting on from 25, 30, 35, counting on, 40, 45, 50, because we're still counting on. You see how it follows a pattern? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, plus 1. Remember, dots are not worth 5s, they're worth 1s. So it'd be 51. So this problem is worth 51 cents. So that's it for coins. I will see you next time. Bye.